If you've been trying endless trading strategies and can't find one that works, look no further. After years of trading, we found a strategy that is so stupid simple that even a complete beginner couldn't mess it up. The best part is that you can use it every day and it only takes 30 minutes. In this video, we're gonna break down the strategy step by step and go over 3 rules to find, enter, and exit these trades. And at the end of this video, we are even going to show you a 1-month backtest to prove it really works. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is head over to our broker or charting platform, and we are gonna pull up a 1 minute, 1 day time frame. Now that means that each candlestick is going to represent 1 minute of time. So this is going to be a day trading strategy, which means we are entering and exiting within the same day. Now, next, we're going to look up the VWAP indicator. VWAP stands for volume weighted average price, and you should be able to find that on your platform. We're going to hit apply and hit OK. So we're going to be using the VWAP to actually figure out how to manage our trades. So to time an entry and time an exit. And when it comes to what stock we're going to trade and the direction we're going to bet on that trade going, we always use options flow. Now, options flow allows us to see what traders out there are buying and selling. And what we focus on are these unusual trades. So a lot of money, which is going to be cost, a huge amount of cost, and often what we'll look for are close expirations. And we can use strike as well because we're able to see not just what stock someone's trading, not just the direction they're betting on that stock going, but exactly when they think a stock is going to be at or above a certain share price. So these KRE orders that just came through, we can obviously see they're both puts. The first order was for over 400,000, almost $500,000. The second order that just came in was for $130,000. Now, this essentially is telling us this first order, by January 16th, 2026, someone thinks that KRE is going to be at or below $66 per share. So these are the option contracts. And this next order, someone thinks by February 20th, 2026, someone thinks that KRE is going to be at or below $56 per share. So very bearish. Now, this morning on options flow, we picked up ORCL. And ORCL showed up under our abnormal activity filter. This was a $228,000 order and a very close expiration. We can actually see that these are just 15 days to expiration. So within the next 15 days, this individual thinks that ORCL is going to go up and that it is going to be worth $190 or more per share. And this order came through at 9:35. The order was filled at $760 per contract. So if we pull up ORCL on our chart and we go to 9:35, you can see right about here is when the order came through. Now, using the VWAP trading strategy, it works like this. The middle VWAP is going to act as our mean price. And that just means that throughout the day, we know that a stock we're trading is always going to come back into that middle price. And if we're trading below the middle VWAP, what we can do is buy calls to bet on that stock trading up to the middle VWAP. And then the next place which that stock will trade if it breaks the middle VWAP would be the top VWAP. So if, again, the stock is trading below the middle VWAP, we can buy calls and hold those calls until we hit the top VWAP. And if the stock is trading above the middle VWAP, so here, and let's say we got a put, we could also trade from the top VWAP to the bottom VWAP. So we will trade from bottom to middle to top, back to middle, back to bottom, back to middle, back to top. And so today, when that order came through, we could have entered. Obviously, our bias based off of this chart, because we were trading below middle VWAP, would have been long. We would have bought calls ourselves. So whenever we're looking through trades within the options flow platform, we always want to make sure that our technical analysis aligns with the directional bias behind the order. So if we are long, obviously that's that's going to be a call. If we had a short bias, that would be a put. Now, if my bias was short on ORCL and it was a call that came through, I would not enter that trade. But because that ORCL order was a call, and because I could see that we were expecting essentially a bounce off of that bottom VWAP and a move back up to middle, and if we then broke middle VWAP, I could know that we can expect a move to top VWAP. I could have taken that order. And so by trading that low bottom VWAP to middle and then waiting for price to hit top VWAP, and keep in mind it didn't here, it came back. Then at this point, middle VWAP was acting as a support level. It bounced back off, got close again, but was rejected. And then at this point, it came lower, but didn't quite get there. And this next rally pushed us up into top VWAP. So that would have been a beautiful trade. Now, if we actually look at this exact option contract, this ORCL call, these were the 190 strike expiring 12/26, filled at 760 a contract. We can see here at 9:35, this is the actual chart of the option contract. The low of day on those contracts were $667. So you can see this is where that order came through. And look at this throughout today. Up until this point where we're currently trading, these contracts are now selling for $1,294. That is a 60% plus return on ORCL. That is 60% from the low to this point. Now let's assume we sold as soon as we hit top VWAP. That would still, at 1328, be about a 50% return, right? Now that is around $130,000 to $150,000 return behind this order. So this trader is having a great day. But here's the thing, you could be too. If you click the link below, you can try out options flow and see how it works for yourself. Again, there are hundreds of orders that come through each day and so much opportunity. Now, as promised, let's look at a 1 month back test. And let's say if you traded these orders and you traded the move from bottom VWAP to top VWAP. So this would be a bounce off of bottom VWAP, a break at middle VWAP, and selling at top VWAP. We'll see the results and how much money you could be making right now. And here is the back test. 295 trades over the course of a month. And you can see here how profitable this trading strategy really is. This account's actually been able to make $14,000, just about right under there, you can see, and that was just within 1 month. You can see the distribution. Obviously, we are going to have some losers. So our biggest loser was about 2,000. Our biggest winner was about 2,500. We had another 2,400, 2,300. So overall, our winners are outweighing our losers. And this is a solid equity curve with a huge profit factor. And again, if you're interested in trying out Options Flow, the link is in the description below, and we will see you over there.